Hello, shop hoppers. Thank you for tuning in to join us. My name is Maddie.
I'm Kendi.
And we are part of the team that bring you the All Iowa Shop Hop, and these magazines are in stores now. So you can head to any of our 75 participating stores and get your copy. The Shop Hop magazine is the home of your Shop Hop passport. So this is what you're going to need as you shop hop around from store to store. At each store that you visit, you get a little thank you gift, which this year is a collectible quilt block square and a little sticker for your passport. And depending on how many stores you visit, you are entered in to win different buckets of prizes. We can't wait for you to tune in to join our live prize drawing in a few months. In the meantime, you want to get your magazine and look through everything. One of the things that is really fun in the magazine are some patterns that you can only find in our magazine. They're specifically designed for our fabric line. Our designers donate their time and their talent so that we can be inspired, and we like to go over those patterns with you so that you can learn about them and learn about our wonderful and very talented designers.
Today we are highlighting stars over the Heartland. You can find this project on page 66 and 67 of your magazine. This project finishes at 88 by 88, so a perfect square. And it was designed, pieced, and quilted by Tammy Hermann from So Cozy Designs. Maddie, I love the colors. I love the fabrics. I love the size of this quilt. I really enjoy it. Tammy outdid herself.
I would agree with that. So first and foremost, we have to give a huge shout out to Wyndham, because they not only are our premier sponsor, they're also our fabric sponsor, and they made the entire fabric line this year. It is such a pretty line, and what I love about the line is, if you have watched some of our other videos, is how one fabric line can be used so differently to give off a different colorway, a different vibe. This is such a cool project. I absolutely love the fabrics that Tammy chose to highlight here.
It's so striking on camera. It's striking in person, but both they are beautiful.
It is a really cool project, and the great thing about this project is that you can use it with a lot of different fabrics. It's not something where you have to use shop hop fabric, so it is a pattern that you can keep in your back pocket and then make. However, I would argue that this is like, I don't know how you could pick any different, or how you could pick any better fabric for this project. I think it shows up so well. It gives it kind of like, not an old fashioned, but like a revolutionary,
not rustic
kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I love the different blues that she chose that kind of give that. So let's talk a little bit about the construction of this project. It's not super challenging. It's tedious though. So if you are a confident beginner and you can take on this quilt, we have a lot of half square triangles in it. So all of these, blocks that have two colors in them are half square triangles. And then you just have some regular squares that fall in the center and some rectangles that you put together. In these blocks, we just have squares and rectangles and then more rectangles. So it's really the construction of it, like the actual putting together of it, isn't challenging. It's just going to be challenging because there's so many little things, little half square triangles to put together, and making sure that your orientation and your layout is correct is going to be important. I could see myself getting lost putting this together and sewing something the wrong way. And then
this is one where you have it assembled but not fully sewn together yet, and you have to go above, take a photo, and then you can see if you messed up.
I would agree. But pretty straightforward. So you're just going to put together the same blocks over and over again with this project, and then sew all of them together. Not something super challenging. Again, just tedious. Then you're going to add a border around it, and then another border up here. It looks like we've got kind of a half square triangle, but this little angle up here, which is really fun. As always, we want you to read through the entire instructions of the project before you start so that you are prepared and you know what you're doing. The quilting on this, you guys can't see it, but it's really cool. There's little tractors.
There's little barns.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's like got an agriculture vibe. And what I really like about the fabric that Wyndham did this year is that the panels like is very agricultural heavy, but these prints aren't. And you can find, like, a lot of people say, you know, Iowa's more than just farmland. It is. There are a lot of different parts of it. This line did a really good job of giving you options. If you don't want to highlight the farmland parts of Iowa, there's other things that you can highlight. And I really love the way that the Wyndham put that together. So a big shout out to them. This project is super great. Depending on what fabric speaks to you, swap the fabric out. Well, regardless of if you use the Shop Hop fabric, this fabric, or any fabric, please make sure that you share it in our All Iowa Shop Hop Facebook group so that we can be inspired by how you put this project together. And something that we like to recommend is if you're feeling like you really want to add the panel to this and maybe there's not a place on the front of it, add it to the back, because then you can have that like this little unique surprise.
I wanted to add a little note too. I love that she chose the blues and the reds because these go together really well. But another way that you could make this project unique is to take your quilt squares and you could put them in this little center right here.
That's a good idea. At each store, you will be able to collect a little collectible quilt square. They're 5 inches by 5 inches.
This might be a little small, but you could adjust
It might be
it.
a little small, but if you got it. We believe in you. Or you could also just applique them on top. That would be fun. A fun, unique way to include those.
A huge thank you to Tammy and all of our designers. If you want to read her full bio, you can head to page 74. She learned to quilt and sew as a young child from her grandmother. However, family and her career prevented her from quilting for decades, but she is now retired and bringing her high-tech skills forward full-time for quilting and quilt design. And I think she's doing an amazing job.
I would agree with that. Tammy, thank you so much for your time and your talents. We love this. We hope it makes it back to you, but if it doesn't, it's not in our office for sure.
Blame the post office.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you have an excellent rest of your day, a great shop hop wherever the shop hop takes you next, and we'll see you again soon.